What's up, guys, and welcome back to Book of Entertainment. So, Shepherd Bushiri was interviewed by SABC, and this occurred sometime when he was still in South Africa. And he responded to these allegations of illegal dealings that he is said to have been involved in.
So shouldn't it be the public's right to know about the alleged illegal dealings that go on in your church?
Well, as far as I know, there's no illegal activity happening. I've been in this country for 4 years, and I've never been approached by any law enforcement to say you're doing anything illegal. I've never been, questioned. I've never been asked any question or approached or served any document or any warrant to say you're doing any illegal document. So, activity.
So, this is the big challenge with what Shepherd Bushiri said when it comes to the claim of no police investigations. The challenge is that even though it's technically true what he said at that time, it is a challenge with it, because you see, when law enforcement officials conduct their preliminary investigations, they do not inform anyone that we are doing investigations. So the challenge is that by denying, saying that we do not have any of those activities in our church, it's a blanket denial, without any specificity, because he avoided naming any of those kind of activities that are being alleged. It's like a PR strategy, to deny knowledge while avoiding engaging with the actual details themselves. So, with regards to the extraditions that are now occurring with the Shepherd Bushiri, and looking at this interview and doing a compare and contrast, and looking at the statement where he said that I am willing to work with the police, you can actually see from a distance that that statement in itself, it was sort of like a safe public facing stance. You see, if I can put it that way, because cooperation is hypothetical. That's the challenge. It should have been demonstrated, by active steps at that time, by being proactive. You should have mentioned something like voluntary audits, sharing of documents. You know what I'm saying? That's how you clear your name, at least from the way I see it and think about it. So, from another angle, this was like a sophisticated media defense strategy, but for someone under heavy scrutiny, the absence of specifics and the lack of accountability structures, that's why it sort of invited skepticism to him at that time. But on the other hand, however, it's crucial to also remember that allegations are not proof of guilt. They are just allegations being raised. Everyone is entitled to a due process and to actually explain themselves, and if there are any like papers or whatever, they bring them and prove them. So now that there is an investigation that is going on, Bushiri will now have to prove himself, that I am not guilty, by providing evidence. The prosecution is also going to bring on their evidence, and the evidence itself is going to be heard by the court from both sides. So you can see that the process itself is going to take quite some time to find out if he's guilty or not guilty. So tell me what you think in the comment section, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.